is going on, everybody? Welcome to the latest episode of The Legislative Director, talking about legislative things. The allergy meds have worn off early. Here she is, the Legislative Director, Ambre Marr.
Sorry.
Still able to breathe out of his nose. Not the Legislative Director, Jason Thompson. Good to be here. We're going to make this a quick one before
something
happens over here. We got allergies. Look, the seasons are changing.
Yes.
We're excited. It's spring. Some people less excited than others. And I'm sure there are other folks out there that are dealing with what is happening over there with your allergies. It's
a problem.
It's maybe hard to see from there, but itchy eyes. She's a little stuffed up. You might be able to hear that. But she's going to power through because that's what she does. Ambre.
Yes.
We'll make this quick because there's a lot of action happening, but not like a lot to report in this week's episode. So let's just get a rundown.
Okay.
What happened? What do we want to talk about? And then take some medicine.
Okay. Let's be honest here. I did take my medicine right before this because it was even worse.
Okay.
So hopefully as we talk, it will get better.
Yep.
But I have really bad allergy and I'm trying to even like hide it while we're talking so you don't hear just how terrible it is. But
I appreciate you being here and powering through. I will have to, at some point in time, we'll have to go back through this season's episodes.
Yeah.
Because some things have happened. I mean, I had like a contact fallout.
It did.
I think you were about to sneeze at the start of the last episode.
I didn't have my mic on at one point.
You didn't have your mic on. I didn't feel great one time.
Oh yeah, you were a little sniffly.
Yeah.
You had a cold.
This has been a rough season.
It has been the longest long session I've been in, I think. And I've been in a lot of sessions.
You have been in a lot of sessions. We won't say how many, but it's been a few.
I think we've said it before, but we won't repeat it.
Yeah, we don't need to if you don't want to.
I don't.
Okay.
Maybe later.
Maybe later.
You have it scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now.
That would have been a great idea. If Dan was here, totally would have it happening. But Dan took a much needed a few days off. And I'm running this show by myself, so it's going to be a little dicey.
Yeah, well, at least people now get to understand my allergies. It's really bad. So I lived medicine to medicine, and right as my medicine starts to wear off, it's just like, whew, it's like a whole big wave.
The wheels come off.
Yeah. Usually I can take my medicine before that happens.
Okay.
But it's been wearing off sooner, so I don't know. Must be the weather.
I encourage you all to talk to your doctors.
Or nurses.
Or nurses, specifically
or
APRNs.
Healthcare provider.
Healthcare provider.
Specifically
APRNs. You might want to talk to
Please
them.
speak to your healthcare provider.
Healthcare provider. Doctors,
whomever is your
APRNs,
choice.
nurses, whomever you go to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Physician assistants.
I don't know all the...
Occupational therapy.
This is the content people come here for.
Well, you just called out one specific healthcare provider.
Yes. And considering how often we've talked about some of these issues,
you should know better.
That's my bad.
Yeah, okay, that's all right.
Okay.
We covered the spectrum.
Yep. We've talked about allergies.
Yes.
We've now made apologies. Let's talk about legislation.
Well, because since we don't have a lot to talk about, this was probably the longest portion of the show this time around.
It's quite the intro.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to start out with House Bill 1005.
House Bill 1005.
Yes.
Okay.
House Bill 1005, we've mentioned it in the past. It is the housing bill.
Okay.
It deals with the build out of the infrastructure. I will say that I was unable to be at the committee hearing today. Today, can we say what day
Recording
it is?
this on a Thursday?
Yeah. But our coalition that we work in, because I testified on House Bill 1005 when it was in the House,
Yes.
and our coalition was covered today in the committee by several of our members testifying. And so there were some amendments. I'm happy to talk about them in depth later, but just know that we were trying to get a few changes. A little bit of discussion happened from from the Hoosier Housing Needs Coalition around maybe taking a few more of the items that the Housing Task Force had stated in their final report and trying to get some of that into the bill. Unfortunately, I don't believe that happened. We are still supportive of the concept and what is in this bill. We just think it could be a little bit more robust. But it passed out of committee as amended 10-1. So it's going to it's going to the Senate floor.
Okay.
And one of the amendments dealt with another bill. There was another bill that was amended into it that dealt with residential TIFs, I believe. So we can talk about that at a different time, if that's okay.
So that's totally fine by me.
But it's moving.
What else?
Okay. So what else? I have not worked on the okay still. See, I keep saying okay. But what you haven't done?
I haven't worked on not saying so.
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say you haven't said
the word that shall not be said.
Yeah.
It is the next level of good.
Okay. I was proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay. See, I don't know what to do about this right now. House Bill 1001.
1001.
It's the state budget.
Yes.
It was heard today for testimony. The Senate version of the budget has not dropped yet. They are just taking testimony on the way that it stands coming from the House. We had a lot of individuals from a lot of our coalitions testifying on a lot of the issues that we're working on within the budget. That includes funding for behavioral and mental health. If you remember, that also is coinciding with Senate Bill 1, Senate Bill 4, which is the public health funding, and where that needs to go in the budget and how we need to increase it back to the original request. So just know that a lot of that happened today. We were supportive.
Supportive?
Yeah,
is that what we're looking for?
I was saying it weird. There was a lot of support from us and our coalition members at the hearing today around some of those issues. So just know that we now just have to wait. The bill was held because they have to work on it. They will drop the Senate version, I'm thinking, sometime next week.
Okay.
So
Stay tuned.
Hopefully we'll have more of an update.
Yeah, we'll have a more in-depth show about the Senate's version.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything else? Let's see. I was just going to mention the public comment draft of the State of Indiana 2023 Action Plan. We brought this up, I think, a couple weeks ago. We made public comment verbally around the fact that the Office of Community and Rural Affairs and the Indiana Housing and Community Development Authority, in this plan that they do together, the owner-occupied rehabilitation program has been reinstated, the budget allocation for that in this plan. So they have put $3 million back into that fund. If you remember last year, they line itemed it out to $0 because there was money left over. We were trying to figure out why there was money left over, and we really need these funds in communities to help people age in place. So we were really excited that the $3 million was added back into this program. And so the last day to make written comments publicly is tomorrow. So what we've already done it verbally. If I do have time, I'm hoping to just drop an email with some of the same comments that I made at one of the open public comment periods.
Okay.
So I just wanted to bring that up because it's really good news. And we can also go into maybe what we could even think about is that Christmas in Okra, maybe we could have her on here to talk about what this program does and how important it is for communities across the state.
I think that is a fantastic idea. We're getting content together for the interim. She is reaching for a tissue.
I'm sorry.
The struggle's real.
It is.
And I think that's it, right?
Well, were you Okay. Did you get done talking about what you were saying about the okra?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll bring it. Look, the guest list for the interim when session is over, because the
keeps
show's
growing.
going to keep on rolling along, because there's a lot that we want to talk about. We'll bring on some more subject matter experts and friends of the show and people that just know about stuff that we want you to know about. So
Yes.
yeah, I think that's going
Because
to be.
we are hoping to continue the cadence. I don't know that we can promise every week,
Look,
but we might.
maybe, we'll see.
Okay.
I think I would love to. I think that's what the people want.
I don't. We'll see.
We'll see. Leave your comment below about we want this to keep on going as often as possible after session is over. And for those of you that are listening, yeah,
Okay.
I'm sure you want that too. Anything else? No?
I was gonna say, we do know it's not posted online yet, but word on the street
Word around the campfire
is that Senate Bill 4, the public health funding, is going to come back for an amendment vote in House Public Health next Tuesday.
Interesting.
So we should have an update on that very soon around what is changing, how much
money
or
no money.
No money, because remember right now that bill doesn't have the money attached. Yes. It's in the budget. So we'll see. There's a lot that has to happen before the committee reading deadline, because the committee deadline is not next week, it's the week after.
So we a little bit of a shorter episode this week.
Yeah.
Probably a bigger episode next week.
Yeah,
we got the legislative team coming into town.
Yes.
There's going to be some more of that action happening. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking it'll be a bigger show next week. So it worked out.
I think
because, you got your allergies flaring up.
It's I'm going downhill.
Yeah. Let's wrap this up. I don't.
I should be getting better because I took my medicine, but we'll see.
People don't need to see this thing happen. Okay. Thanks for being here. Thanks for powering through.
Yeah.
Thanks for your continued hard work. And thanks to all of you, watchers and listeners, friends, family, other people that watch this or listen to it. We appreciate you. And we will see you next time on The Legislative Director, talking about legislative things. We will see you then.